Cyreni of the Abyss, a mysterious tidecaster, leads a pair of Namati thralls known as Renglaith and Alathir, along with Sephnia, a spirit guardian in the form of an octopus-like sea creature. They are two mighty and proud elves of the Ironeth Deepkin, delving deep into the Death Gorge in order to claim souls for the ever-hungering hordes of the Ironeth Deepkin. The Gnarlspirit pack are dark oath warriors in thrall to monstrous spirits. These entities demand a tribute of slaughter and atrocity, and so long as these warriors can wet their blades with warm blood, they are eager to comply. In today's Warhammer Underworlds battle report, we are going to be playing a Rivals format game. I will be taking command of Cyreni's Razors and using their own Rivals deck, and Stephen will be taking control of his favoured Gnarlspirit pack and using their specific Rivals deck as well. Here we have Cyreni's Razors Rivals deck, a really cool and interesting Rivals deck with quite a bit of different ways in what you can play. This army really has a nice ebb and flow to it, allowing you to play some aggressive but also play some defensive strategies between the different turns as you sort of control the tides, which will start to enhance your warriors, indeed inspire them over the course of the game and uninspire them at times as well. And then we have the Gnarlspirit Pack's Rivals deck. Now, they've got a couple of interesting things within their Rivals deck. The Oath objective cards are really interesting, that you can score extra points if you tell your opponent you're going to go do it. And the trophies also can be played for free if you meet certain things you need to do, certain requirements you need to do, and these are in the power cards. Other than that, it is a very offensive focused Rivals deck. Alrighty, so we are all deployed for Cyreni's Razor. She herself is at the back. We then have Renglaith and Alathir with Sephnia at the front. We then have a Gorm Spine Hammer and the middle there for the Gnarlspirit pack. You've got the Crimson Kira, you've got Lupin Longcut and Sarikar Blackwing at the back. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so we go for priority for turn 1. This is for me. I've got a crit for Cyreni's Razors. For the Gnarlspirit pack, they have a crit and a double support, which will beat me. Cool, and the Gnarlspirit pack are going to take the first turn. Right, so Lupin Longcut is going to start the game off. You're going to give him a spirit token, turning him into a beast. Then he's going to attack Sephnia with his 2 hex range. Support and a hammer.
Hammer, got it.
We'll see success. Okay, I need dodges with Sephnia. I do not, so Sephnia takes the damage. Alright, so I'm going to use Sephnia's phasing ability. I can stagger an enemy fighter within 1, and then place myself within 1 hex of no man's land. I've got nowhere else I really want to be, so I'm just going to choose to stay there. So, or actually no, we're going to just move. No, we're going to keep Sephnia there. I'm much more happy being near Lupin Longcut. So, I'm going to start by first of all just going with Cyreni of the Abyss. We're going to use her action called Hammer Tide. Essentially place this on top of her, the hammer aiming in a direction I want her to send the forces of the ocean in. And it shoots in a straight line until the first enemy it hits and deals 1 damage to them. It'll also stagger the fighter, so you're going to get staggered again. You just take a wound on Lupin Longcut. I'm then going to play Eerie Distortion. I can choose an uninspired friendly fighter, and I can give them 1 guard token. So I'm going to choose Sephnia, give him a guard token. Alright, Lupin Longcut is then going to make a charge, going into Sephnia again.
It has, I'm using 2 attack with him.
Yep.
Because he also gets the impact.
Yep, when you get makes the charge,
1,
yep. 1 extra dice. And cool, 1 extra damage when he makes this charge, so go for it.
Double cross swords.
That'll succeed.
Yep.
Cool. So essentially...
Oh, no, it didn't, sorry.
No, cross swords don't succeed. He needs hammers.
Yeah, he needs hammers.
So that will be a fail then. You're then going to try and play the Gambit spell, potentially to try and heal Lupin Longcut. So first of all, he needs to go off. You need Lightning Bolt. So Sarikar is a level 2 wizard. It's a Lightning Bolt. He got a crit, so he'll be able to remove the damage counter on Lupin Longcut with that.
And then?
And removes, essentially has to remove a beast token from them for 1 counter for each heal. So you remove your beast counters, do the heal, and then Lupin Longcut will inspire because of that. Alright, I'm then going to play a spell called Steed of Tides. Now I need to roll double lightning bolts to have this succeed. So which that will be succeed. So I can pick up a friendly fighter and then place them in an edge hex. And so for my next magic trick, I'll then attack with Cyreni into Lupin Longcut. I have 3 dice, needing cross swords, but supports as well. So that's a crit only. So defense rolls on Lupin Longcut.
Need arrows.
Need dodges. That'll dodge, but it won't stop the crit, so that will do 2 points of damage. Alright, so next up, you're going to go with Sarikar Blackwing. What are you doing? You're doing his ranged attack.
Yep.
Obviously into Ringlaith there.
I need spirals.
Spirals, yep.
I got a spiral.
1. Defense is 1. I need shields on him. No, that's a dodge damage.
Take 1.
And so, my next magic trick, I'm going to go with Cyreni of the Abyss, and she's just going to move to there. And that'll be your turn. Alright, so you're then going to activate, for your last activation for the round, Sarikar again. Now, he's going to remove his spirit counter, which will inspire him. This does give your Raptor Bolt ranged attack now, Cleave. So, go for it. You got the 1. So, essentially, I need to get a crit now to stop. I don't. That's a dodge. Doesn't succeed.
2 damage.
2 damage, and that will take Ringlaith out. Alright, so you're then going to play an upgrade. You're going to have Surfaced Instinct, Cleave and Ensnare on your attack actions, and this is going to go on Crimson Kira. And then my activation, pretty simple here. You see Cyreni. Look at that lovely line she's got drawn there to Lupin Longcut. She's just going to deal a wound to him, which will take him out. And because of that, I'm going to score the Surge, Snuff Out. I score immediately after I deal precisely enough damage to take an enemy fighter out of action. You had 1 wound left. I dealt 1. Again, Snuff Out. And then we are going to play the upgrade of Incredible Dexterity. This is going to go on Cyreni Inspired. Essentially, anytime she activates now, after her activation, she will gain a guard token. And then in the end phase, I'm going to score Nameless Horrors. I score this if each surviving friendly fighter is adjacent to no enemy fighters. Alrighty, so priority for turn 2 after the table looks like so. So this is for Cyreni and her razors. I got a crit. So do you get a crit? You do, and you got the double support, which means you will beat me. And you're going to take the turn. Cool. Alrighty, so just for your first activation of the round, just doing a simple move with Goral Spine Hammer up to there. I'm then going to play the Gambit ploy of Resurfacing Memory. So I choose an enemy fighter with 2 hexes of 1 or more uninspired friendly fighters. This will be Goral Spine Hammer, and I stagger you. Alright, you're then going to play In Control. So you play this only if there are 1 or more friendly fighters that are not beast. Push each friendly beast up to 1 hex. So Goral is a beast, the others aren't, so Goral can move 1 extra hex, so he can move to there. I'm then going to play the upgrade of Savage Ferocity. This is going to go on Alethea. It gives me +1 dice to my range 1 and range 2 attack actions. And so I am then going to play Deep Sight, as well as all my friendly fighters are going to be inspired because it's going to be the second activation. Rolls of double support are successes on inspired fighters' defense rolls. This will persist until the end of round. Alright, and then Alethea is going to use his Piercing Blade attack, which has Cleave. So we will now get 3 dice thanks to his upgrade. That'll be a crit and hammer as well, so crit and a success.
normally gets one. He's got a token, so he
Yep.
gets the second one.
Cool. So you have 2 dice there.
And he shields.
Essentially in a crit. Will still succeed though. So that will be 2 points of damage. So Sarkar then gives himself a beast token, and he's going to move up and charge and attack Alethea with Raptor Bolt. Nothing. So that won't do anything to Alethea. Alethea is going to attack Gnarlspirit Spinehammer again. So we have 3 dice thanks to Savage Ferocity upgrade. I can choose to re-roll one of these thanks to you being staggered. So a hammer will see a success, that's it. So Gnarl just needs a single defense roll. 2 shields, yeah, that'll save him. Right, your next is just Gnarl making a move over to there. So I'm going to move with Sefnir inspired. Sefnir will just move back to there. Your last Crimson Kira is made a charge super action into Sefnir, so 4 attacks.
One.
Just 1, okay, I potentially can save this. I do have 2 defense dice when I'm inspired. So I need dodges, I got a dodge, so I succeed. Then for my last action, I'm going to make a charge super action with Alethea. I need hammers. That's a crit, a hammer. You're staggered, so I can re-roll that into a second crit. So you need to get 2 crits. Got 1, but doesn't stop the other. So that will do 2 points of damage with cleave and take him out of action. And so end phase, I am going to score Soul Harvesters. I score this if there are more enemy fighters out of action. There are friendly fighters out of action. It's 2 to 1. End of round, I uninspire back. So we will go to priority now with the board looking like this. So I got a crit, that is all. So you get a crit and some support. Nope. That means I will get the activation. So I am going to go first. My first activation for the round will be with Sefnir attacking Crimson Kira. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of King's Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum e-store as well. So Sefnir has 3 dice. I need cross swords. Got a crit. That is all. So Crimson Kira must get a crit in defense, which she does. Then goes to my first power step, and in this round I inspire at that. So all my fighters are inspired now. You're then going to play a Dueling Venom. This essentially staggers my fighter so long as I'm not adjacent to one or more beasts. Sorry, so long as I'm adjacent to one or more friendly beasts. So I now get staggered. Right, Crimson Kira will go next. Sefnir needs cross swords. So that'll be a crit, and so I need a crit here with a dodge. No, 2 supports. So that will be 2 points of damage, I believe.
2 points of damage, and the Grievous.
And the Grievous. And so that'll take out Sefnir. So my next thing is going to be Alethea inspired. Right, so you're going to play Trophy of Fortitude. Now you would be able to put this for free on Crimson Kira because you just took an enemy fighter out. However, your Trophy of Fortitude is going to go on Sarkar to hopefully keep him alive. I'm then going to play Spiteful Riptide. This allows all my inspired fighters to have the flying trait. Now, if they fly over anyone during a movement, they will stagger that fighter. And so, in my turn, I'm going to make a charge go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're now staggered, which means you don't get your guard token. And I'm going to make an attack. Alrighty, so 3 dice. That is a crit, cross swords. I can re-roll the double support. into 2 cross swords, so it is just a crit. Cross swords don't do anything for me. So
I need crit.
got the crit, so stop it going through. Alright, Crimson Kira is then going to charge in. So going into Alethea.
Berserk Assault.
Berserk Assault. Double crit, there's nothing I can do about that. I get 1 dice. And I roll a dodge.
Unleash. Because she's a beast, she gets both Grievous and Scything.
Scything won't matter here, but Grievous will be an extra point of damage, which takes it up to 2. So I take 2 wounds on Alethea. Alright, so Alethea then actually can't go just yet, so we are going to have to go with Cyreni inspired. So she's going to make a charge super action. Alright, so Cyreni moves up there with a charge super action. So she's going to use her ranged attack, which is 2 magic dice. This is going into Sarikar, so I need lightning bolts. That'll be a double success. Sarikar can try and defend.
Defend with 2 of these.
Yep. Does he need dodge or shields?
Arrows.
Dodges, yep. He will get support, but that won't be enough to stop it. There'll be 2 wounds on him from Cyreni. And so because Cyreni has activated, thanks to her incredible dexterity upgrade, she will gain a guard token now. Alright, Sarikar is then going to make a charge. So he's going into Alethea.
Yep.
Using his combat attack, not Raptor Bolt with his charge.
Yep.
He's now inspired because you removed the counter.
Yep. He needs hammers.
Hammers, go for it. It's a crit and a support. So,
And a hammer.
Yeah. So yeah, I roll this. I get a block, but it doesn't stop anything else. So that will deal whatever it deals, which is enough.
2.
Yep, which is enough to take me out. Oh, wrong character. Alrighty, so after that, I'm then going to play Vortex Glance, which is a upgrade. This is going to give me some extra range on my spell attack. And then we go into my activation with Cyreni. She now has a 3 range, so she's going to go into Crimson Kira now with this. So she's a level 2 wizard. I need Swelly Swells, so I got 1. You are staggered, so I can roll 1 dice in my attack. Got 2.
This is classed as an attack.
So go for it. You don't get anything, so it'll be 2 points of damage. You're staggered again. And then I can knock back twice, which I will choose to not do anything about. And so my last action for the round, I've got nothing else I can really do. So all I'm going to do with Cyreni is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move her over there. Come towards me if you want. So your last action, moving Sarikar onto there. That'll be the end of round 3 and the game. Do you have any end phase objectives? You do. For Rapid Raid, you score this in the end phase of each surviving friendly fighter is in enemy territory. So you're going to gain an extra renown for that. That'll take you to 4 for the game. So it will be 4 to 6 in favor of Cyreni's Razors. She's running off raiding with all those souls. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community here, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description, and also linked down there are the best ways to help support the channel as well. Our Patreon and YouTube members down there are fantastic ways to help support the channel, and if you'd like to get a shout out like all these people, you can go and join up today. So with that said, we'd like to give a shout out to all our Patreon and YouTube members. So thank you to our Patreons, Rob B, Broken Chef, Andy C, Grimscold, Colorblind Magic, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, Q Darmac, Andrew Bowen, Outer and Shot First, Kenny Lowe and Soren, and to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.